Good morning, Year 5. So our can I for our maths today is, can I use coordinates to describe the position of a point in the first quadrant? Okay, so we're having a look today at coordinates. I'm thinking about the position inside the first quadrant in front of us. So there are some key vocabulary that we need to have a look at and think about before we start. We've got the x-axis, which runs along the bottom. And then we've got the y-axis, which runs down the side here. And then we've got the point here where the two zeros meet, which is called our origin. So we then use this information to work out points inside the quadrant. Okay, so if we had to think about where is Coco here, what coordinates could we do to describe her position? So we know we need to look at the x-axis, we know we need to look at the y-axis, but where do we start? A really simple and easy way to remember this is think about along the corridor, up the stairs. Okay, so we always start along the bottom and then we go up. So if I was to say Coco is at 4, 6, then I would be describing her position because she's 4 places along the x-axis and 6 along the y-axis. Have a little pause now and think about where this cross is. Excellent, the cross is at 6.1 inside my first quadrant. Right, next activity that we're going to have a look at together to work out coordinates and to try and understand what we're doing today is we're going to have a look at this map of a pirate island. And I've given you some coordinates in this one. And I want us to have a think about what is at these coordinates in our quadrant. Okay, so our x-axis in this one is a little bit different. It's numbered. Lettered, sorry, and at the y-axis is where we've got our numbers. So if I said to you, what is at I4, I can go up this way, and I could use my pen, and I could go like that, and then I would go 4 along, and I could mark here on my map and have a look, and underneath I should see here palm trees. Pause the video now and see if you can find out what is at A1, E3, F2 and G4. Okay, so you should have had a little go at that one. So at A1, you should find the skull, which is here, which is excellent. A1. Then you did E and you went up 3. So we should have found here a gold coin. Then you should have gone F and 2. So you should have the sword under here for you. And then the final one I asked you to look for was G at 4. And you should have found for me the treasure. Excellent. Right, have a little look at this one then. So can you write the coordinates of these places are on the pirate map? So first of all, we'll look at the boots. So I'm going to do this one first with you, and then I'm going to ask you to pause the video and have a go at the other ones. So we've got the pirate boots here. So I'm going to look along my x-axis first of all. I'm going to go along the corridor first of all, and I'm going to say that my pirate boots are at C. And then I'm going to look at my y-axis and I'm going to decide that the pirate boots are at 3. So I'm going to write down here C3. Pause the video for me now and have a look if you can find the other 4 items. Okay, so our pirate there is at H3. So you should have written down in your books H3. The next item I asked you to look for was our pirate ship, which is at E1. You should have found that one for me. And then you should have found our wheel, which is at H1, and the hat, which is at D4. Excellent, good. So you found those places and wrote the coordinates of them down from your pirate map. Brilliant. Okay, one more activity to have a little go at. which is, can you plot these coordinates on the grid using a cross? Okay, so just like I did a moment ago, I'm going to do the first one for you, and then I'm going to ask you to pause the video and have a go at the remaining 4. So B1, so along the corridor, so I'm going to have a look at B first of all, and then I am going to go up the stairs 1. So I start at my B and then I go up the stairs 1, and I'm going to put my cross there. Okay, pause the video and see if you can plot the other 4 points on your map for me now. Brilliant. Okay, let's have a little talk through them where you plotted those coordinates on your grid using a cross. So you've got C4. So along the corridor, C, up the stairs, 4. Brilliant. So we've done that one. We've done that one. E2, along the corridor, up the stairs to E2. Fantastic. And then we've got the 4th one, which is at I1. So along the corridor, there's I, at the stairs 1. Plot that point there. Fantastic. And then the final one is G3. So we're starting at G, we're going up the stairs and plotting that point there. Fantastic. Excellent. Okay. So I think you're well equipped now to have a go at today's work today, which is you've got a couple of do it, a twist it and a secure it. Okay, so here is our do it. So using the coordinates, describe the position of A, B, C, D and E. Then there's another one, so using the coordinates, describe the position again of A, B, C, D and E. Then our twist it for today is both of these points are at 2, 5. Do you agree with Colin? And explain your answer. And then our secure it today is a little bit of a fun activity. Is Colin is plotting points to spell out his name. What coordinates has Colin plotted? And can you find the coordinates to spell your name? Okay, so this activity is probably going to depend on length, depending on how many letters there are in your name. Okay, so I'm going to go through some of this today in our Zoom as well. So if you want to rewatch the video at any point, you can do, but we're going to go over it in the Zoom, and then you can email myself or Mr. Biddle anytime during the day, and one of us will help you. Okay, lovely. Thank you very much, and goodbye.